They will hear you sucking that finger. Chip, chip, chip. Chip.
I already started. Okay. Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. On today's episode, I'll be sharing my birth story and how I brought my little princess Micaiah into this world. She was born April 1st, 2018, and she is 6 weeks old. April 1st also happened to be Easter this year, which is pretty cool. I think that's nice. I was 40 weeks and 1 day when I gave birth to her, so yep, I was about ready to pop. And my mother, who's also joining me, flew down from Cleveland, Ohio to Florida to be with me throughout the process.
Hello everyone.
Yes, she came a week before my birth and has been here helping us the whole time. Mother's Day has just passed. As you can tell by the flowers, I thought it'd be a nice little decor piece. And she actually spent Mother's Day with us, with her first grandchild. So right here, this is 3 generations. And as you can see, she is very excited and just been spoiling her.
And she captured my heart.
Yeah. Yes.
Forever.
Forever. Grandchildren change your life. And this is the birth plan that I had. I had 3 copies, okay? Because I wanted to make sure everyone had one. And it didn't even make it to the hospital. So with labor, expect the unexpected, because I definitely didn't expect what happened to me to happen to me, but it did. But this whole process taught me to trust God and just give myself to him, because that's basically all I could do at that point in time. I couldn't do anything else but just sit there and trust God. And now I have this beautiful blessing with me for life. Okay, so let's get into the story. Okay, so I was going into my 40th week, and that's when I started to try to induce labor naturally, because they said I could. And it's not that I was tired of being pregnant, I was just more so anxious and ready to get it over with. And I think that week I was only 1 centimeter dilated, and I just was like, it's about that time, I'm ready to have her. So I started doing things like walking around more. I even like did a quick little jog around my little complex. I got a birthing ball and started bouncing on that. And then I just, what else did I do? Well, I tried the teas, the raspberry leaf tea and stuff, but nothing really seemed to work, because my contractions, they were still not as intense and not as frequent. So I went on YouTube and started to do some more research on what I could do to, you know, make the process go a little faster. And then I came across the Midwife's Brew, which is, well, I'll add a little picture of the ingredients that are in it. It's I don't want to forget anything, so I wrote it down. So it's castor oil, apricot juice, almond butter, verbena leaves tea, and yeah, you mix that up. I think, yeah, you blend it up and then you drink that. And it's a lot of success stories on it, and I can tell you it did work, because it definitely jump-started some contractions. They still weren't as intense, but it made things go a little smoother. I drank the tea or the brew at 3 o'clock, and then in less than an hour I started to feel more back labor. And then so it's now throughout the day, the contractions they're getting more closer together, but they're still not, well, because this is my first pregnancy, so I don't know how intense they're supposed to be. So I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm just taking it like a champ, and these are actually, you know, how it's gonna be throughout this whole time. So I didn't really know. And it's around, like, let's say what time, around 10 I started to prepare myself, or I was like, you know what, I think I want to go get checked at the hospital. So I told my mom that I want to go, and then I told Micaiah's father, who said I was wasting my time. Little did he know his daughter was going to be born in a few hours, which is crazy. So I headed over to the hospital, and you know, I was walking perfectly fine. You know, everything was okay. I walked in and checked in at the triage with the nurses, and they were like, she was like, well, I think you would be a little bit more in pain, or you wouldn't be smiling with me right now if this was actual labor. But I'm like, well, I don't know. So they was like, okay, well, since it's your first time here, you know, or you know, coming to get checked, we're gonna check you in, and we're gonna put you in a room, and we're gonna monitor the baby's heart rate and and the contractions and see how you said since I was 40 weeks. Yeah, since I was already, you know, 40 weeks, they decided to just take me in. And that's when I got what is it called? So that's when I got admitted into the hospital. And so the nurse came in to check me, and I was still at 1 centimeter. She said that she was going to come back within an hour to see if anything progresses. So she had me hooked up to the monitors and was tracking my contractions and Micaiah's heart rate. And I did have, they were coming a little bit more, but they were still inconsistent. So at this point, I'm just, you know, laying down in bed. I'm like, okay, maybe I don't want to feel like a liar, like, you know, because they wasn't as intense. I wasn't screaming, or, you know, how a normal pregnant woman would be screaming in pain. So I was just relaxing, but there was still parts. So I thought maybe I'm just really taking it like a champ, or I don't know. So then, like, within that hour, like not too long after, she came in and was like, okay, we're gonna hook you up to an IV and see, you know, we just want to make sure everything's okay. So I'm like, okay. And because first off, I don't like needles, so that just threw me off. But I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I have to do it. So they hooked me up to the IV, and then I was just, you know, relaxing for a minute more, just keep seeing what else is going on, or what's going on here. So then, not too long after that, she comes in, or someone else comes in again, and they hook me up to oxygen. So now I have an oxygen mask on my face, and I'm like, okay, now I'm feeling like a real patient. Like, are y'all not, what's going on? But oh yeah, she did tell me, she was like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna give you a little oxygen, and we see a little, you know, dips with the baby's heart rate, so, you know, we're gonna see if this helps or anything. So I'm like, okay. So at this point, then I call her father. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm wasting my time, huh? I'm hooked up. So I think at first I was scared before I got angry. No, but I was like, okay, yeah, I'm hooked up to, I'm feeling like a real patient now, and I'm hooked up to the IV and have an oxygen mask on my face. You see, I told you something's going on. So then, and then how are you feeling at that point?
Oh man, it's unexplainable, because
you have to speak louder. Well, she's okay.
At that time, I think the nurse came in, and then she said, I would be real with you. This is serious, because the baby heart rate is going down real bad.
Yeah, so we have to look at the camera.
Yeah, the baby
this is the first time on my channel.
The baby heart rate is going down, you know, so this is serious. And
I didn't think it was too serious. I mean, I didn't know how. Yeah. So, and then like soon, like within that hour had even passed, they were like, the lady just came in and was like, yeah, you're gonna have to have a C-section. So I'm like, what? A C-section? First off, this isn't in my birth plan. I didn't plan this. Like, I don't, you know, I was never expecting myself to have a C-section. You know, I wanted everything to be natural. I even wanted to go drug-free. So it was a total shock, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, I'm thinking like they're playing, or they're just maybe, you know, they're taking it overboard, or I don't know.
Because she said, the doctor said the baby heart rate is going very low, and we don't know what's going on. We don't really know what's going on. So this is really serious, and we want to know what's going on. The only way we can know that is we have to do a C-section. This is serious, because the heart rate is so low. And I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I was just trying to be strong to make my play.
Yeah.
To not put her in fear, you know. But that moment, everything changed for us.
And it happened so quick, so quick.
Yeah.
And I didn't have, so that if you see my previous videos, I had a what's in my hospital bag, what's in baby bag. None of those bags made it. Okay, so I wasn't even expecting to stay there when I went there. I wasn't ready at all. Like, it was so unexpected.
When I was leaving to go to the hospital for you to check yourself, I wanted to grab the bags, and you told me,
she's gonna mention that. She said she wanted to bring the bags, and I said,
can I get the bags? She said, no, leave the bags. Sid will bring the bags.
I mean, yeah, because I didn't expect the unexpected, and I ended up staying there. And So it just, I didn't have time to process any emotions. Everything happened. So, oh yeah, I've got to tell you. Okay, so so that midwife's brew, it also is a laxative, and you will go to the bathroom a lot, and which I thought I got most of it out, but okay, let me explain to you the situation, the room situation. So I'm in the waiting area with no door. So this is like just other curtains. Patients, just curtains. Other people are around in the room. Well, not in the room with us, but you know, they're in the same area with us, other patients. And I had to go. And I asked the lady, I said, okay, I'm thinking, okay, I'm just hooked up to the IV. I can just wheel it into the bathroom. Because first she was like, well, we're going to have to use a bedpan or whatever, because, you know, we don't want you to move. But I'm like, it's number 2. It's not that kind. I'm like, please let me go. And she was like, no, you have. I'm like, is this that serious? Like, I can't get up and go use the bathroom. Trust me, you don't want me to do this here. And I didn't feel comfortable doing this here, but I had to. She brought me a bedpan, and I had to use the bath. Yes, I didn't even want to let it out. Like, it was embarrassing. And I'm telling you, it was.
I had to convince you to go ahead and use the bedpan. I said, "My, you better be comfortable, because those are things that happen when you know, kind of situation. You know, you have to put your pride down and do what you have to do." So I convinced her. Finally, she agreed, but she didn't.
Regardless, if whether you said anything or not, it was going to come out in one way or another, because it was coming, and it came. It really came, and it was embarrassing. I heard people coughing.
I saw Mom. I had to take the punches.
It wasn't a good one. That tea really cleansed everything out of me. Like, I was definitely empty when 𝐒𝐿 came. So that was my embarrassing moment. Like, I had to do the number 2 in front of strangers, many strangers, and had to get wiped down like a baby. And so on top of that, me pooping and having to get wiped down and just laying down the bed, like, and then they had to prep me for a surgery that I was not expecting. So all these emotions are just like, I couldn't have time to process. And then I'm crying because I'm like, I'm not ready, like, give me some time. But they're like, no, they went into beast mode. They were on the move. Like, it was like all around. And the nurse, my doctor finally came in, and she was like, because she came at 2:21 a.m. so it's like, you know, it's late hours right now. And she was like, it's serious. You have to think about the baby right now. It's not about you. Like, this is serious. You think I wanted to get up at 2 o'clock and come here? So yeah, I'm not, you know, it's a reason why I'm here, because it's serious. So I'm like, okay, it was nothing that I could do, and I just had to, like I said, give myself to God and just do nothing but pray and try to think positive, and just let these nurses, or give them my body and let them do what they needed to do. I had to trust them. And, you know, I'm not really a fan of doctors, or, you know, like that. So it's like, I had to do what I had to do for 𝐒𝐿. So next thing I know, I'm just being wheeled into the operation room with looking at the white walls and seeing all white around me, like, and like I said, I'm scared of needles, and I had to get an epidural, like, all that, like, it was something else, I'm telling you.
When they talk to you, I call him right away.
Yeah, so before I got wheeled in, my boyfriend made it to the hospital, so my mom called him and was like, I guess he knew something was up when she called. When
I called, he panicked, and he didn't even think about the bags.
Oh yeah, we still were bagless.
And he didn't bring the bags.
Yeah, he just brought, because it was that serious. He just rushed over. Yeah. Thank God I don't live far from the hospital, so it's literally right there. But still, like, it was something else. And only one person could go into the room, so, you know, I really wanted her to be there. Oh. Yeah, so Sid had to go join me in the room. And oh man, I tell you, like, first off, I told them, I was like, because he had to get dressed and prepped or whatever in order to you know, go into the operation room. So I'm like, okay, you're not gonna cut me until he gets here, right? And I was like, yeah, we're not gonna cut you yet, we're still prepping. So after a while, he comes in, and I'm like, okay, am I open yet? He was like, yeah, you've been open. I'm like, seriously? Seriously, but I'm like, well, I didn't feel it though. So, but I'm telling you, that epidural is something. It's something though. Like and then I think I jumped because the lady was like, okay, be still, huh? This is my, like, at this time I'm speechless. I'm not saying anything because I can't even speak. So I'm just hunched over, and she's about to, you know, put the needle in. She's like, don't move, don't do nothing, don't do this. But as soon as she did, I'm like, first of all, I wish I would have told them, but I couldn't speak. I'm like, just give me a warning, say 1, 2, 3 or something. But as soon as they did that, I kind of jumped, and I think my nails went into the skin a little. She got mad. She was like, you just she was like, you just did exactly what we told you not to do. Oh wow. So I'm like, but thank God, like, I don't have any, I'm not feeling anything pain, like nothing went wrong, thank God. But
I was in the whole in the waiting room praying, just trusting in God and just praying to God, leaving it up to Him. It
was crazy. So all the stuff I wanted to do, I couldn't do. Like, I couldn't see her immediately, the immediate skin to skin. It was just crazy. But the experience, though, it wasn't painful. All I felt, like they say, you feel a tugging sensation, and that's what I felt. It was a little uncomfortable, but it wasn't bad. So like I didn't even, like, throughout my whole labor experience, I never really got a chance to experience those real hard labor pains, which I mean, I did want to, you know, to feel how hard it was to bring her into this world and feel that bond. But it still was hard for me emotionally. Dealing with a C-section is not easy. It really is. It's hard, especially for it being my first. So everything happened very quickly for me. Like, we got to the hospital at like after 11 p.m., like close to 12, and she was born at 2:21 a.m. So just imagine, like, I had no time, like I said, to process any of my thoughts. And the next day, well, the day she was born, it was Easter. So I didn't sleep at all that night. You know, I was still in shock. I couldn't believe that my baby girl was here. Like, it was, and then it was such a beautiful feel. Like, and then just the most painful part is just waiting for them to bring her to me. I mean, when they took her out, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys the reason why her heart rate was going down. So when it's crazy, the most important part. So when they took her out, they said that her umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck 2 times, not once but twice. So I guess that's probably why she wasn't really descending down, and my cervix wasn't dilating the way it should be, because she probably couldn't. So that tea brought me there for a reason. Even though I wasn't experiencing hard labor pains, something, I guess it was mother's intuition, something told me just to go anyway. Because like I said, I wasn't like screaming or yelling. I just like, let me go get checked. So God brought me there.
So that's why I kept her up and she couldn't.
Yeah, so I don't even want to think about what could have happened if I would have stayed home. So I guess the doctors, they really did their job, and I am grateful for them. I'll forever be grateful for them. But it was such a crazy feeling. But she's here. She made it. My little princess is here and healthy.
Bundle of joy.
Yes, she is 8 pounds even and 19 inches. She's a big girl. She's huge. Let me show you. She's 6. She's trying to sleep. Oh, her headband fell off. But she is 6 weeks old, and look how big she is. Well, right now she's over to, last time we checked, she was 10 pounds 2 ounces, but I'm sure she's more now. But look at this. Look at this. And she's getting, look, her little rolls are coming in. Yeah, and I am exclusively breastfeeding, so I'm proud of that. That's also the whole aftermath and everything is also that's a whole nother video. Her pacifier fell. You'll be okay. Show them your pretty face. But okay, so after the whole situation, well, the whole aftermath of the C-section, that's just it's a whole nother story for real. Like the pain and just getting up for the first time and using the bathroom for the first time. It's all just, you have to, I guess, learn all over again how to walk, how to use a bathroom. So, but thank God everything went up like smoothly, and I healed nicely, and you know, I'm okay now, so you know, I can actually work out and stuff now. So I just actually went to the gym for the first time today. So let's keep this going, and hopefully, well, you guys will see my postpartum journey. And
God is great all the time. Just put your trust in Him.
That's all you have to. That's how I tell you, moms and expecting moms. Just sometimes, you know, don't even have a birth plan, because it can go any way. You know, just pray and be, you know, just, what do you have to say? Wisdom. Give them your motherly wisdom.
Just trying to say, your boyfriend's mom and I warn you and beg you not to use the birth plan and let nature take its course, or let the doctors do what they know best. And you said, no, you're going to do it. You're going to use the birth plan.
Yeah, because it's a lot of stuff on that birth plan. It was very, very specific.
Finally, God answered my prayers and let them do what was right. So,
yeah, so sometimes you have to trust the doctors, you know. Well, that's what you have to, oh, she's at someone's up. Okay, so for my first time mothers out there, it's good to be prepared, but not too prepared, because you could get disappointed if things don't turn out the way you expected. So just keep that in mind. And also, like being a first time mom and the experiences you go through, it's a lot. It really is a lot. People don't play when they say having a child changes your life, and it's not easy, because I mean, yes, I'm appreciative, and you know, she is a blessing to my life, but it was hard, especially the first few weeks, like, because instantly your life changes just like that, and you have to adjust, and you have to do that still while not trying to lose yourself. And you know, so it's a lot, man. It's a lot, but I love it. And now I'm at the point to where, like, you know, it's better. It's a lot better, because in the beginning it was, like I said, it was a lot emotionally. I had to get adjusted pretty quickly. Like, I had no choice but to be okay for her. But I had help, thank God. So like, if you have someone in your life who can help you, like family member or whoever, emotionally, or someone to talk, just make sure you talk. Okay, just talk to someone. That's the most important. And share your feelings, because you know, you're not alone. Because trust me, most mom, you know, experience it, but a lot of people don't talk about it, how you feel after baby. But it gets better. Just let me tell you that. Just keep on doing it for your child, and like I said, don't lose yourself. Like, now I try to do like lots of stuff that I still like doing YouTube. That's why I've been out for a while, but I'm back, guys, and I'm not going anywhere. But try to still find time to do things you love, or even just take time for yourself, even if it's taking a nice hot long shower or bath. If it's, you know, going for a walk, try to leave the house, because I did. She went everywhere with me.
Different support out there.
Yeah, it's lots of groups and stuff. I've been taking her to the Mommy and Me classes and stuff. Like, it's, if you look for things out there, you'll find something. Like the Healthy Start program, which I'm a part of. Like, it's nationwide, and they have a lot of groups and stuff out there to for you to do. They also have counselors and people who can come to the house and talk to you, help you with breastfeeding. I went to some breastfeeding support groups, and it's a big help. So use your resources, okay? Use a resource. We're blessed to be in a place or whatever, who, you know, where we have that opportunity to get help. And if someone's offering you help, take it, especially if it's free, because it's free. So I'm loving that. And yes, I mean, if anyone has any questions, you know, that I can answer, just give me a comment, or, you know, I'm here to help. And I hope this video helps someone. Or, you know, if you're nervous, I mean, it's okay to be nervous and anxious, but like I said, just trust God. You know, that's all you really can do, and just be prayerful. That's gonna get you through.
Always talk to someone.
Yeah, and talk to someone. Be open.
Comfortable talking to, you know.
Be open.
Yep.
And yes, ladies, and if you're pregnant, I wish you a safe delivery. If you already have kids or children, happy, Mother's Day. I know it's late, but
mothers.
Even though Mother's Day is every day, it should be every
Mother's
day.
Day.
Yes, and yes, guys, so
I'm so proud of you, my first mommy, my first grandbaby. So proud of you. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Now and forever.
And happy
I love
Mother's
you.
Day to you too. Love you too. Hey, baby. I will kiss you by having on. But okay, guys, thank you.
Happy Mother's Day, and bye everyone.
Bye.
Love you all.
And hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And thank you, and I'll see you guys on my next episode. Bye. Bye, guys. She waved.
Say bye.
Bye.